Welcome to the fascinating world of the 1964 Kennedy half dollar, a coin born from history, honor, and legacy. Minted in the same year as President John F. Kennedy's remembrance, this iconic silver coin is more than just currency, it's a symbol of a nation's respect and emotion. Whether you're a collector or just curious, this remarkable piece holds both historical significance and real value, making it a true treasure worth exploring. Top 4. First up, the Kennedy half dollar holds a deeply emotional and historic place in American coinage. It was first introduced in 1964, shortly after the tragic assassination of John F. Kennedy in November 1963. The United States wanted to honor the late president quickly, and within just a few months, the U.S. Mint designed and released this coin. It replaced the long-running Franklin half dollar, marking a sudden and significant change in American currency. The design features a powerful portrait of Kennedy on the front obverse, created by chief engraver Gilroy Roberts, while the reverse side shows the presidential seal, designed by Frank Gasparro, symbolizing strength and unity. The 1964 Kennedy half dollar without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, because coins produced there traditionally did not carry a mint mark at that time. This means that if your coin has no mint mark, it was made in Philadelphia. In 1964 alone, over 273 million of these coins were minted in Philadelphia, making it one of the highest production years. Despite the large mintage, this coin became extremely popular among the public. Many people hoarded it as a keepsake due to its emotional connection to President Kennedy, which caused a shortage in circulation soon after its release. One of the most important features of the 1964 issue is its composition. It is the last regular issue half dollar made with 90% silver, containing approximately 0.3617 troy ounces of pure silver. This gives the coin both historical and intrinsic value. After 1964, rising silver prices forced the U.S. Mint to reduce silver content in coins, making the 1964 version especially desirable among collectors and investors. Even in worn or dirty condition, the silver content alone ensures it always carries a base value tied to the precious metal market. In terms of value, most 1964 Kennedy half dollars without a mint mark are not extremely rare because of their high mintage. In circulated used condition, they typically sell for their silver value, which may range depending on market prices. However, coins in uncirculated condition or with special qualities, such as strong strike, original luster, or grading like MS-65 or higher, can command significantly higher prices. Additionally, rare varieties like the accented hair proof version, though usually from proof sets, are highly sought after by collectors and can be worth much more. In conclusion, the 1964 Kennedy half dollar no mint mark is not just a coin, it is a symbol of national mourning, respect, and transition in U.S. history. While it may not make you a millionaire overnight in most cases, it remains a valuable and meaningful collectible. If you own one, it's worth keeping, both for its silver content and its powerful historical legacy. Next up, the 1972 Kennedy half dollar stands as a fascinating and emotionally powerful coin within American numismatics, captivating enthusiasts with its blend of history, symbolism, and enduring collector appeal. Often described as a prized treasure of modern U.S. coinage, this half dollar continues to attract strong market interest due to its iconic design, transitional era production, and the reverence associated with President John F. Kennedy. Whether bearing the Denver D mint mark or struck without a mint mark at Philadelphia, the 1972 issue holds a special place in collections worldwide, admired for its legacy and steadily growing demand. Minted during a period of economic change and cultural reflection, the 1972 Kennedy half dollar was produced less than a decade after the nation mourned the loss of President Kennedy. Introduced in 1964 as a tribute to his legacy, the series had by 1972 transitioned fully into copper-nickel-clad composition, reflecting rising silver prices and shifting mint policies. These coins served both as circulating currency and symbolic keepsakes, acting as a tangible connection to America's recent past during a time of political and social transformation. Within the broader Kennedy half dollar series, the 1972 issue represents an important midpoint between the early silver era and later modern minting practices. Coins from this year were struck at the Denver Mint with a D mint mark and at the Philadelphia Mint without a mint mark, reinforcing the traditional U.S. system where Philadelphia issues typically lacked identifying marks. This dual mint production adds depth to the series and encourages collectors to pursue complete year-end mint sets. The obverse features Gilroy Roberts' dignified portrait of President John F. Kennedy, facing left with a calm yet resolute expression. The inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" frame the design, while the date 1972 anchors the coin firmly in its historical era. In high-grade condition, the sharp hair detail and frosted surfaces create striking visual contrast, enhancing the coin's aesthetic appeal and making premium examples especially desirable to collectors. Reverse design and artistic detail. On the reverse, Frank Gasparo's powerful presidential seal dominates the composition, with a heraldic eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing strength and peace. A ring of stars represents the original states, while United States of America and half dollar complete the authoritative design. Well-preserved 1972 examples often display crisp feather detail and strong rim definition, attributes that significantly elevate collector interest. Composition and physical characteristics. The 1972 Kennedy half dollar measures 30.6 mm diameter and weighs 11.34 grams, composed of a copper-nickel-clad outer layer bonded to a pure copper core. Although no longer struck in silver, these coins retain a substantial feel that many collectors find appealing. Their durability allowed them to survive circulation, though truly pristine examples remain elusive decades later. Mint marks and production variations. Coins struck at the Denver Mint carry the D mint mark beneath Kennedy's neck, while Philadelphia Mint examples were issued without a mint mark, a detail that continues to intrigue new collectors. Subtle differences in strike quality between the mints further enhance the appeal, with Denver coins often displaying stronger details, while Philadelphia pieces sometimes show softer strikes but smoother surfaces. 8 Rarity factors and collector demand. While overall mintages were substantial, genuine rarity emerges in high-grade uncirculated and gem conditions. Coins that avoided heavy bag marks, surface abrasions, or dull luster are increasingly difficult to locate. This condition scarcity, rather than low production numbers, drives strong collector demand and elevates premium examples into the category of ultra-desirable modern classics. Condition sensitivity and grading. Condition plays a decisive role in the value of the 1972 Kennedy half dollar. Coins graded MS65 or higher by professional services are particularly sought after, as they showcase full luster, sharp design elements, and minimal contact marks. Certified specimens provide collectors with confidence and long-term security, making them preferred choices in competitive numismatic markets, error coins, and special interest varieties. Certain 1972 Kennedy half dollars have gained additional attention due to minor die variations, strike anomalies, or off-center errors. While major double die varieties are scarce, even subtle minting irregularities can significantly increase desirability. These pieces add excitement to the hunt and offer advanced collectors opportunities to acquire something truly distinctive. Market value overview. In today's market, circulated examples typically trade in the $3 to $10 range, while uncirculated coins often command $20 to $75, depending on eye appeal. Certified high-grade pieces, particularly MS66 and above, can realistically range from $150 to over $600, with exceptional examples or error varieties reaching even higher levels through auctions or private sales. Investment trends and appreciation. The long-term outlook for the 1972 Kennedy half dollar remains positive. Growing interest in mid-20th century U.S. coinage, combined with nostalgia and limited high-grade survivors, supports steady appreciation. Collectors increasingly recognize these coins as undervalued historical artifacts rather than mere modern issues. Collecting tips for enthusiasts. Collectors are advised to prioritize certified high-grade examples, especially when pursuing Denver-minted or pristine Philadelphia pieces. Careful inspection for luster quality, strike sharpness, and surface preservation is essential. Purchasing from reputable dealers or established auction platforms ensures authenticity and fair market pricing. Preservation and storage advice. Proper storage is critical to maintaining value. Coins should be housed in protective holders or slabs, kept away from humidity, and handled minimally. Avoid cleaning or polishing, as such actions permanently damage surfaces and drastically reduce collector value. In conclusion, the 1972 Kennedy half dollar, whether bearing the D mint mark or issued without a mint mark, represents a compelling fusion of history, artistry, and collectible appeal. As a tangible connection to a pivotal era in American memory, it continues to captivate enthusiasts and stands as a prized treasure within modern U.S. numismatics. For collectors seeking lasting value, historical depth, and visual elegance, this coin remains a rewarding and meaningful addition to any serious collection. Next up, the 1985 P. Kennedy half dollar is part of one of the most iconic coin series in United States history. The Kennedy half dollar was first introduced in 1964, shortly after the tragic assassination of John F. Kennedy in 1963. The coin was created as a tribute to honor his legacy, and it quickly became a symbol of remembrance and national pride. By 1985, the coin had already gone through several changes in composition and circulation patterns, reflecting both economic conditions and public demand. The P mint mark on the 1985 coin represents the United States Mint facility located in Philadelphia. Interestingly, before 1980, Philadelphia coins usually did not carry a mint mark, but by 1985, the P mint mark had become standard. The coin features the left-facing portrait of President Kennedy on the obverse, designed by Gilroy Roberts, while the reverse displays the presidential seal, designed by Frank Gasparro, showing an eagle holding arrows and an olive branch. By 1985, the Kennedy half-dollar was no longer widely used in everyday transactions. Although it was still officially produced for circulation, most coins were saved by collectors or remained unused in bank vaults. This reduced circulation is why many 1985 P coins are found today in relatively good condition. However, despite this, the coin is not considered extremely rare, as millions were minted during that year. In terms of composition, the 1985 P Kennedy half-dollar is made of a copper-nickel clad material. Earlier versions from 1964 were 90% silver, and coins from 1965 to 1970 contained 40% silver. But by 1971, the U.S. Mint removed silver entirely due to rising costs. The 1985 version consists of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core, giving it durability and a long-lasting shine. When it comes to value, the 1985 P Kennedy half-dollar generally holds a modest worth. In circulated used condition, it is typically worth its face value of 50 cents. In uncirculated or mint-state condition, it may sell for a few dollars depending on its grade and overall appearance. Only coins with exceptional quality, strong luster, or rare minting errors can command higher prices. Unlike some earlier or error coins, it is not a coin that will make someone a millionaire overnight, but it still holds strong appeal for collectors completing Kennedy series sets. In conclusion, the 1985 P Kennedy half-dollar represents a continuation of a historic coin series that honors one of America's most beloved presidents. While it may not be extremely rare or highly valuable, its historical importance, symbolic design, and connection to John F. Kennedy make it a meaningful collectible. For coin enthusiasts, it remains an important piece of U.S. numismatic history and a reminder of a significant era in American culture.